Hey everybody, it's Remy Feniello here. I'm a fitness model in New Jersey. We're here at the Powerhouse Gym in Plainsboro. You're gonna train upper body with me, so let's do it. So first exercise you'll see me do here is the wide grip chin up. I really like doing this most often at the beginning of my back workout. It really helps with my width. It helps actually with the overall definition of my back, but really to widen and broaden my back to give me that V taper shape. So I generally do 3 sets, approximately 10 to 12 reps at the beginning of each workout. So now we're going to do cable crossovers. Actually, I don't like the term crossover because typically my hands come together. I actually don't cross over because I feel like when you overextend, you actually lose tension in your chest. So I like to just bring that squeeze, my hands touch, keep my chest extended, and get a full contraction, not actually cross my hands to where the actually emphasis shifts to now my shoulders or arms as opposed to my chest. Typically this workout's done, or this exercise is done at the end of my chest workout. At times I do it in the beginning just to pre-exhaust my chest prior to going into my heavy exercises. So now actually I'm going to do something for my core, and this is I take, whether it's a medicine ball or here I'm taking the safety out of a squat rack, and I'm exploding through a tire, and it really helps your not only increase your metabolism and your heart rate, but also really focus on your core. You see I get a full extension and just explode down through, not just with my arms, but actually my entire torso and core is bending and exploding through the tire. And then I come all the way up on the tip of my toes, get that full extension, then explode down. Approximately 12 to 15 or for 30 seconds, depending on the exercise. And I'll either do this with my abs or core exercises, or I'll do this in between exercises just to keep, like I said, keep my metabolism going and my heart rate elevated. Okay, so now I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're actually going to go to TRX straps. These have, I guess, taken off in the last couple years, more so with the, I guess, evolution of CrossFit. But a lot of people incorporate them in their workout or as a workout itself. Here, I'm actually using it for my shoulders. I'm doing an inverted push-up, which you don't see too often. You really need some extreme upper body strength to not only balance yourself, which is your core, but then to actually raise yourself in that inverted position, such as I'm doing now with like a handstand. I do probably 10 to 12 on average, sometimes more depending on where I incorporate it in my workout. But I generally do this after doing a heavy military press or Arnold press. So now I'm actually doing a weighted dip. So this exercise actually works two things, right? A lot of secondary muscle groups, but primarily either your chest and or triceps. So if you lean forward, it's more so for your chest. If you're more upright, it's more so for your triceps. I am leaning forward to put the emphasis on my chest. I'm doing them weighted. Obviously, I could go a little heavier, and it's also going to help expand my rib cage as well as enlarge my chest. I'd like to do this towards the end of my workouts. I need my shoulders and my chest actually stretched and loose prior to doing this, because otherwise you could tear something because of the amount of weight I'm doing and also how deep I'm getting to get that full stretch and contraction. So I typically do about 2 plates, 90 pounds, 8 to 10 reps on average, 3 sets. Okay, so now I'm gonna focus on the center of my back, or the thickness of my back. One of the best core exercises for that is dumbbell rows, or any type of row for that matter. I feel like dumbbell is a little better because you can actually get a little deeper with your elbow, get a better contraction. You do want to keep your form. That's most important, not only this, but all the exercise you see. I try to keep my form impeccable. Weight will come, and it'll come quickly if your form stays on point. So here you'll see I get a full stretch in my lat, extending that dumbbell on an angle towards the floor, and then coming up fully, extending my elbow all the way back, getting a contraction in the middle of my back. So I do this for, depending on the weight, but 6 to 8 typically. All right, so you'll see a lot of guys doing incline press period for chest, and incline chest press is really to hit the upper part of your chest. So I'm doing that. I'm doing it with dumbbells here, and actually I'm doing it one arm at a time. And I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, I also want to work my core and stabilize myself. And 2, by doing so, I'm actually putting a lot of emphasis and pressure on that one pec that I'm working. So I'm not neglecting my chest. I'm also not neglecting one pec versus the other. It helps with your symmetry. It also helps focus on that one muscle group that you're working, because you're trying to stay so focused, so stable, that you can't help but squeeze and get a full contraction in each pec. So I do one arm at a time, approximately 8 to 10 reps. Weight is typically with dumbbells anywhere from 80 to 95 pounds. So kind of give you a little day in the life of Remy, when I started, how I started, and what keeps me, I guess, interested in the business. So let's take a kind of a walk down memory lane. So I guess I started when I was about 15, working out, making great gains, had good guidance early on, had guys that competed, that loved the gym, loved the industry, guided me through my workouts, helped me with my form, helped me with my workouts, and took me to the gym every day, which kept me motivated, held me accountable. And from there, I made good gains quickly. And from there, I did my first show about a year later. I competed in the teen Mr. Trenton, did well. I placed third, and then I never looked back from there. From there, I just made great gains. I attended a number of fitness shows. I competed in both bodybuilding and powerlifting, and I was very dedicated, very focused. And this consumed me in the sense that this became my sport, it became my life. It's my passion. It's not something I do as a hobby only. It's something I live and preach. Just because I love it. I love how it makes me feel. I love how I could influence others with this. But in terms of me personally, I guess I got recognized about the age of 19 at a bodybuilding show in New York called the Night of Champions. And I wasn't sure what I thought about the industry, what I thought about me personally breaking into the industry. I was flattered that I was approached, but at the same time, I didn't know if I had what it took for multiple reasons, whether it was the physique, the mental focus or state to withstand some of the industry ups and downs and bruises. But I took a chance, and I did a photo shoot in Kansas City, my first photo shoot ever, with a professional photographer. And I'd say a good portion of those photos were actually sold to a variety of magazines. And from there, my agent called me, and a photographer called me and said, "Hey, I think you got something here." Things went well. I mean, it's not too often that we sell this many pictures for the first shoot. I started going on auditions, go-sees, just getting exposure, and I was booking, 30, 40% of the auditions I would go on, and from there I knew I had something, and so that kind of took me into the industry. So I was working and doing modeling for a few years, and then because of the amount of work and traveling I was doing, I actually did it for full time for about 2 years. And then I took a look at my life and said, "Hey, am I willing to travel, relocate, and dedicate my life to this?" And at the time I wasn't. I started a family. I have a wife, Tiffany, and 3 kids now. I'm 35. I stay in shape. I work out 5, sometimes 6 days a week, in addition to my full-time job, as well as coach baseball, soccer, and basketball. So when I hear excuses about not making it to the gym, not being able to work out, not take care of themselves, I don't have sympathy for a lot of people. I understand it's hard, and that's why I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, not because I want to, not because I like to, or I'm an early riser, or I don't like sleep. It's because I know I have to, and I love it, and I love how it makes me feel, both mentally and physically. So now, 35 years old, I'm doing a little bit of everything. My focus and number one priority is my family, then my job, and equally as important is fitness in my life, both me personally as well as possibly breaking back into the scene. I love competing. I love how it makes me feel. I love the reward and recognition you get for the hard work you put in all year long. So I guess what I'm saying is look for me soon. Coming to a stage near you. You'll see Remy competing again in the immense physique. My goal now is more of the everyday shredded beach look, not bodybuilding, not 260 anymore, but 220 shredded. And that's what I plan on doing. That's what I plan on bringing. And when I set my mind to it, there's no doubt I finish on top. So look for that coming soon.